Welcome back to Gamer Sanctuary, Fresh Coast Gaming fans. We are going to do something really special for you today. It is Saturday, May 23rd. Sorry, May 24th. It is the day after the 7th edition rulebook has dropped. We are going to do, as our style, a farewell to the previous edition. So we always do farewell to codexes. We're going to do a farewell to 6th edition battle report today. But like always, we have something a little special for you and a few twists we're going to implement. So I'm going to show you the armies involved, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do with the game after that. All right, starting off, this should be pretty familiar to most of you. I'm going to be using my Eldar today. We have a Farseer on a jet bike with a singing spear, 6 Wind Rider jet bikes, one of them has a shuriken cannon, 2 squads of 5 Wraith Guard with D cannons, a Spirit Seer with the stone that allows me to heal my Wraith units. They are in Wave Serpents. One has Scatter Lasers, the other has Bright Lances. I have 2 Wraith Lords, one with Star Cannon and Ghost Glaive, and the other has Bright Lance Missile Launcher. And then I have a Wraith Knight with the heavy D cannons. It's 1,500 points. I did roll my Psychics. I have Voice of Twilight and Destructor for the Spirit Seer, and then I have Mind War, Fortune, and Guide for the Farseer. All right, here we have Adam with his Tau Forever, as he's known on our forums. Again, like I said, this is a goodbye to 6th edition, so we're going to be getting rid of some of the cheesy shenanigans that came along with Tau in 6th edition. The Ovessa Star, for example, not being able to attach to a monstrous creature with independent characters. So we're going to do this one last time in a video before we say goodbye to it forever, thankfully. So we have Farsight as the primary detachment. He's got 3 suits with twin-link missiles, another one that's got fusion and plasma. Those are the 2 troop choices. We have Ovessa as well, and that completes the primary detachment. The allied detachment is a standard Tau detachment with a buff commander with a flamer. He's got all the other upgrades that he's going to attach to Ovessa to make him ridiculous. Missile sides, another Riptide with missiles and the what's it been called? The ion accelerator. That's right. 2 squads of Kroot as their troop choices. Sniper rounds in there. I hate Kroot with sniper rounds. The marker light. What's it called? The Tetra with its crazy marker light. And Barracuda. We're going to use the Forge World Barracuda Flyer. Again, 1,500 points worth of Tau. Adam wanted me to point out that the Tetra is part of the Farsight detachment, even though it's not painted red. It's the fast attack choice for there. So those of you guys who are going to go, oh, you can't have 2 fast attack choices in your allied detachment, that's part of this one. So get over yourselves. Bet you thought we were going to go right to the table, didn't you? Nope. Today we're going to do something really special, like I said. So we actually are going to have a 3-way battle. And we've decided to put Will with his Necrons right in the middle. So in this part of this Necron sandwich, we have an Overlord who's totally maxed out. He's 210 points. Resorb, Phylactery, you name it. He's got tons of stuff. He is going to be leading 20 warriors. We have 5 Immortals. These are the old school warriors. They're actually some pretty cool looking models, I think. But they're going to be counted as Immortals with Tesla. We have 4 Destroyers, 3 Wraiths, 2 Scarab Bases, a Doomsday Ark, and then a squad of Lich Guard, and a squad of Praetorians with the, what was the weapon called? Particle Caster and the Hyperphase Sword or whatever it is. I'm sure you guys will correct me on that too. But it's Necron stuff that I've never seen on the table before, so forgive me if I don't get it right. Alright, because we really can't hold it in any longer about how excited some of the changes for 7th edition have really made us, we're going to fudge things a little. This is going to be mostly a goodbye to 6th edition bat rep, but a little bit of, hey, welcome to the cool stuff that is 7th. Let me show you the table first. We have a nice spread of a little bit of everything. We got some Imperial ruins in the middle, the Throne of Skulls, or the Hill of Skulls, my custom Eldar pieces over here, lots of the Citadel woods all around. We have 6 objectives throughout the table, and they are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We took turns placing those, so there's 1 there, there's 1 here, 1 here, 1 in there, 1 down here, and then 1 in the back over there. Then we've decided to divide the table up into 3 sections. I'm going to deploy in the corner here on a 12 by 12 piece of the corner. Adam's got that corner, and then Will is going to take 12 inches on in this middle section right here. like I said, we really couldn't hold it back any longer about how excited we were about some of the changes from 7th edition, especially with the new tactical objectives. So what we've decided to do is break out the first of the new, I believe they're Maelstrom of War missions. We are going to be playing using just the tactical objectives in here. So we are going to draw 3 at the beginning of our turns, and then try to fight for those. So and the team who has the most victory points wins. I think it's a great way to get more than 2 players involved in a game, because you aren't necessarily going to be fighting an opponent so much as you are trying to achieve these objectives. If it comes down to if there are things like where it says if your mission might be to slay the warlord or linebreaker, I haven't even really looked at these, so I don't know what they do. We will resolve it in game as they come up, and we'll talk about it. But that's what we got planned for today. So right now, Adam's going to deploy first in that corner. That's where he chose. Then Will has this side, and that left me with my stuff in the corner. I think they set it up that way for a reason. All right, here we have a shot of the table after deployment. My Eldar are really densely packed into a corner here. I barely had enough room. All the bases for the terrain, the platform, the web gate generators, and the Hill of Skulls over here, we're calling it all area terrain, because again, we want to say goodbye to area terrain. It is no longer in the 7th edition rules. Ruins, we're going to play them as 6th edition has it set. You get your cover if you're still concealed. If you're not partially covered by the ruin, then you get nothing. That is also changed in 7th edition. If you're in the ruins, you're going to get a 4-up save, even if I got full line of sight to you. The woods are still woods. It's 5-up, but that's everything terrain-wise. Adam's got his Tau set up over here with 1 squad of Kroot infiltrating in the woods right here, and another one onto the hill. He has his Barracuda and his single battlesuit with the fusion plasma combo in reserve. He's going to deep strike. And then Will has all of his Necrons laid out like so. So we're going to start by allowing Will and myself to seize the initiative. So we're going to get some rolls on camera here. I do not with a 3, and Will does not with a 2. So the turn order is going to go Adam, Will, and then myself. All right, Adam's turn 1. First thing that happened, the Tetra zoomed over the terrain and immobilized himself, which I'm happy with because I'm out of range of his marker lights. But the Tetra lit up the Doomsday Arc, and then the missile sides shot it. 2 glances on there. And then the Ovessus Star just annihilated the Wraiths and the Doomsday Arc. It wrecked the Doomsday Arc, and all 3 Wraiths failed their invulnerable save. So yeah, that was a terribly bad turn for Will, and really good for Adam, even though he immobilized it. Because he also got a victory point. He got Big Game Hunter. He destroyed a vehicle in his turn, so he has a single victory point. We decided to play with just the points from the cards and not get any points for Warlord, Linebreaker, or things like that. All right, so that was Adam's turn 1. We're going to move on to Will. Necron turn 1, everything advanced forward, kind of spread out a little bit. I forgot to mention that Will has his Praetorians in reserve, way over there. So they're going to come in next turn. The Destroyers took a wound off of the battle suits right there, and Adam managed to make most of his cover saves, otherwise it would have been a lot worse. But that's it. Will did not get, lots of running to get himself in position. Will did not get any of his objectives. So we're going to move into my turn 1. Okay, Eldar turn 1. Wave Serpents moved out. They both shot their Serpent Fields at different squads of Kroot. These buggers managed to survive everything and are fine, even though I killed 3 of them. This one, though, only killed 1 over there because Adam rolled 3 6s on his saves, but they failed their pinning check, so they are pinned. The Wraith Knight blew up the Piranha. I'm sorry, the Tetra, and I want to point out, 7th edition no longer is going to be using rec markers, so our buddy at Green Man Designs, we're hoping he's going to be able to switch to making things like objectives, because you need more objective markers to play 7th edition. Of course, our awesome movement templates that I can't seem to find one at the moment. We have 3 of them sitting on the table. There's one. Will's got one in front of him. All right, thank you, Adam. Yeah, the ones he made for us for Food Hammer are excellent. Again, check out his site, gddesigns.com. Let's see, what else? I managed to kill 1 of the battle suits. Oh, they got to run, remember. They failed the leadership check and they're running. Killed them with a crack missile from that Wraith Lord. Nothing else really of note other than I mistakenly turbo boosted my jet bikes over that way, not realizing I had one of my objectives was to have 3 of my scorn units within 12 inches of my table edge. So I had 1, 2, 3, but they ran away. So I just decided to trade that one in. Oh, I probably would have, I think, playing by 6th edition rules, guys. We are playing by 6th edition rules still. I probably should have also had my Wraith Guard out to score that. What do you think? Yeah? Because they can't score while they're in tanks. So I would have probably had to have them. Yeah, they probably had to be out. All right, so I don't feel quite so bad because there's no way I was getting them out this early. Anyway, moving into turn 2. Tau turn 2. Both of the reserves came in. Everything over here. The Ovesta Star, the battlesuits who regrouped and snap fired, and the Barracuda unloaded on the Wave Serpent and the Wraith Guard and Spirits here inside. And as you can see, the Wave Serpent is gone, or is wrecked, and everything else in it is dead. Also dropped 2 wounds on the Wraith Lord here. So I'm without one of my troops and my Spirit Seer, who was going to be able to heal my Wraith Lords. This battlesuit deep struck over here and tried to shoot at that Wave Serpent, but he made both his Jinx saves. So we are really glad that the Ovesta Star is going to go away after today, and it will never be able to get Tank Hunter and Ignore Cover all in the same round and obliterate a Wave Serpent so easily. We're going to move now into Necron turn 2. Oh, yeah, that's right. Adam got an objective. He got behind enemy lines because he has one battlesuit is a troop, and he is within 12 inches of my table edge. So Adam is now in the lead 2-0. Go ahead, Will, you're up. Necron turn 2. Things started to get a little dicey. Our alliance became a little uneasy when I turbo boosted my jet bikes over here. So Will turned all his warriors to fire at them. Along with the destroyers, the warriors, all his Necrons managed to kill 1 jet bike thanks to Fortune. And then he failed his charge. He rolled 2 1s and a 2. So they're still there. I actually managed to drop 2 of them with Overwatch fire, and 1 got right back up. And that's it. We're going to move into... Oh, he did not get any points, and he did not trade in any of his objectives. So we're going to move into my turn 2. Eldar's turn 2 saw some really bad shooting on my part. I managed to knock down only a few of the warriors with a lot. I shot the Wave Serpent at it. I shot all the bikes at it. And then I assaulted the bikes in there to a drawed combat. Farseer did challenge the Overlord, and he accepted. I did nothing to the Lord, and he did 1 wounded to me in return. Yay for toughness 4 on jet bikes. Prevented me from being insta-killed by a strength 7 war scythe. One of the warriors died and did not get back up, so they're down to 15 warriors, I believe, and the Overlord there. Over here, I managed to kill the battlesuit. I shot at him and totally whiffed, but then charged him and cut him in half with 4 attacks. Over here, I killed one of the missile sides with the Wraith Knight, and then killed 1 more of the battlesuits with a Bright Lance shot from the Wraith Lord. And that's it. That's all I got. Still haven't completed my objectives, but I'm going to keep all 3 of them that I have this time. Moving into turn 3. Adam continues to abuse the fact that we are blending 6th and 7th edition here. The Ovesta Star is still ridiculous. It killed 2 of the Lich Guard. Most of the destroyers were here. It killed 3 of them. I think 1 of them died from something else. He did kind of focus intently on that. The Barracuda got back to his typical uselessness and did nothing against my Wraith Lord. But because he moved the Kroot out of cover to grab that objective and jumped that battlesuit back to grab that one, he managed to get secure objective 4 right here for a point, so that gave him 3. And then he has the ascendancy one also. He has D3 victory points if he controls any 3 objective markers. So he has 1, 2, 3 objectives for another D3 points, and he rolled a 6, of course. So Adam has 6 points. Will and I have 0. So we're gonna move now. Oh wait, yeah, we're gonna move into Will's turn, and maybe I can get a point at the end of my turn for that combat that's going on there. Are you going to turn that one in too?
I'm going to discard that one to go.
All right, cool. So Adam's going to get a new hand next turn. All right, Necron turn 3. We saw some really cool stuff go on. The Immortals climbed into the building to grab that objective and shoot at the Ovesta Star. Didn't do any damage. Back over here, the Scarabs tried to assault the Kroot, and the Lich Guard assaulted the... Oh, you did get an objective. Awesome. They managed to get this objective for a single point. That's good for Will. That means Adam's not running away with it yet. Anyway, the Lich Guard, yeah, beating me. The Lich Guard charged in there and managed to do a single wound to Ovesta, and they completely whiffed on everything else in return. So, because Farsight and the Commander could not get into range with their attacks, they were too spread out. We were praying that Adam rolled an 11 on his leadership check, because he actually did give them Stubborn with the Purified Engram chip, but he was fine. Over here, what are those guys called? The Praetorians? Yeah, the Praetorians came in and killed a couple of the Kroot. Did they make their leadership check?
They're fleeing.
Oh, they're fleeing. Okay, so they need to actually...
They fled forward.
Oh, they fled. What?
They moved 4 inches.
Did they already? Okay, yeah, they went that way. They were supposed to go towards the corner. I don't think they did. Maybe they did. They all came running out here. They might not have moved.
They killed a couple in the open.
Yeah. All right, we'll figure that out in a second. Back over here, though, this combat was really pathetic. Only a single jet bike died. And that's it. So now we're going to move into my turn 3 and see if I can't actually try to do something. All right, my turn was largely ineffective. This Wraith Lord shot at the Barracuda, which is the only thing I could shoot at, and missed. This one whiffed everything. This one, with guide, even only hit once on the broadside, and Adam went to ground in the area terrain, because that's still a rule in 6th edition. Made a save, so the broadside is pinned. The Wave Serpent went flat out, so it's going to have a 3-up cover save. And then over here, I lost another jet bike, lost the combat, and I'm fleeing, and Will is going into that way. Still no points for me. Moving into Adam's turn 4. All right, in Adam's turn, the broadside and the battlesuit over here fired at both my my Wraith Knight and the Wave Serpent. Did nothing. I made my 1 jinx save I had to make over here. The big combat, though, between the Ovessa Star and the Lich Guard finally ended with when one of the Lich Guard died and Will rolled a 10 for his leadership check. That meant that they would try to sweeping advance. They did. They killed all 3 of the Lich Guard, but now the Ovessa Star is standing in the open, ready to be shot at by everything that Will and I can bring on it. So we're going to try to just see if we can smash it into oblivion in 1 turn. So we're going to move into Will's turn 4. All right, Necron turn 4. The Teslas shot at the Kroot and killed a couple of them, but they're still okay. The Warriors here just moved forward and ran up to try to take some better cover. Will and I are kind of making a truce for a round just so we can knock out the Ovessa Star if we can. Over there, well, you're up 6-1 to 0. So.
I say fluff horrible. Necrons and Eldar would never work together.
Well, see, Will doesn't realize it, but he's working for me. Over here, the Praetorians kill the rest of the Kroot in the cover, and that's it. So we're going to go into my turn. Eldar turn 4. I whiffed with a Bright Lance, hit with the missile launcher on the broadside, and he made his armor save. I forgot he's armor 2. This one shot at. What did he shoot at? I don't think he shot because he's way out of range. So he might just run. Back over here, the Wave Serpent dropped off its Wraith Guard. They managed to shoot at Ovessa, and the Wave Serpent shot at the drones, killed them, and actually did a wound to Ovessa. But it was made moot by the fact that they got 1 instant death hit on him. He chose not to look out Surret to his support commander. In return, Ovessa died, failed his save. So Ovessa was insta-killed, and I did 2 more wounds to that Riptide, but I failed my charge with the Wraith Knight. He only hit once, and Adam made his invulnerable save there. And that's about it. They managed to regroup and are still sitting right over there. Oh, actually, they regrouped. We got to check range here. I might have gotten some objective points, though. So we're going to move into turn 5. Tau turn 5, the Barracuda came back in and shot at the Wraith Guard, along with all the broadside and battlesuit stuff. Managed to drop 4 of the Wraith Guard down. Didn't do anything to the Wave Serpent. The Wraith Knight is still perfectly fine, though. And that's it. Adam did manage to grab another point from the objective card he drew at the beginning of the turn, giving him 1 point for holding objective 5. So he has 7 points. Will has 1. I actually managed to get 1 last turn. I forgot because I killed Ovessa. One of my objectives was to kill a character. So I got a point for that. So 7-1 to 1. Necron turn 5 coming up. Necron turn 5, the Warriors came out of the trees and opened up on what was left of Farsight's unit. Bunch of hits, bunch of wounds with the Gosp, but Adam made all his saves. Tesla killed a couple of the Kroot, and Will charged my Wraith Lord with the Praetorians, and I whiffed on all 3 of my swings. He hit me but failed to wound me with anything. So now we're going to move into my turn 5. All right, my turn 5, we're going to call the game since it's getting kind of late here. This Wraith Lord continues just to do nothing. I mean, he killed 1 battlesuit all game, but, you know, took a lot of fire. Over here, this Wraith Lord killed 1 of the Praetorians in combat, and it did not stand up, but they were fine. The Wave Serpent, I drew the objective that gives me a victory point for killing a unit in shooting, and I get D3 for killing 3 units in shooting, so I really tried to do that. I needed to get super lucky, though. I didn't think it was going to happen, but the only way I could do it was if I got a lucky insta-kill here with the Wraith Guard, who hit and wounded, but Adam made his save. And then over here, I completely almost completely whiffed. I hit one time. I got one wound get through.
I went to ground.
Cover, yeah, going to ground and cover helped. I got one wound through with the serpent field here, and I whiffed badly again with the Wraith Knight in shooting, but he came over and tore the broadside in half. I did get my 2 points finally for getting objective number 6, which I've been trying to do all game. And Will kind of graciously walked off there to go kill some Tau, so he let me get that. But we're going to call it. Adam is the clear victor with 7 points, showing again once again Tau in 6th edition are awesome, especially with the cheesy Ovessa star, which you will never be able to use again.
I won 6th edition. That's all.
Adam wins 6th edition. There you go. We are going to officially retire the 6th edition rulebook, and every bat rep you see from here on now is going to be totally 7th edition. So final score: Adam has 7, I have 3, Will has 2, and guys, these are awesome. These cards make the game super fun because you never know where you're going to go from turn to turn, and things just change all over the place. So these new missions are going to be super cool. I think if nothing else, this is going to be worth it. So hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. We actually are throwing a birthday party next week for our youngest Fresh Coast Gaming member. So we're going to try to get in some videos of that maybe. It's mostly going to be tutorial games, so we're going to be showing his buddies how to play 40K. Thanks again for watching.